All right, and we want to welcome to today's show Sensei Bobby Rekha, who is a personal friend of mine that I have known for 13 years. He is a karate and I guess really more martial arts instructor. He owns his own school in Oyster Bay. Uh, Bobby, please tell us a little bit about yourself, your journey in martial arts, how you got to a school. Please let us know.
Cool. Thanks a lot. First of all, thank you guys for having me. It's always an honor and pleasure to help you guys out the best that I can. So I started martial arts about almost 20, 21, almost 22 years ago, right in Queens. And it's been an amazing adventure ever since I first started doing it. I walked into school, the facility there, just like a regular student, just like anyone else. And I really took a liking to it, and I really found like a passion, not just for the arts, but to help people to become better versions of themselves. And that's, at the end of the day, that's what it's really about, and that's what I'm really passionate about. Martial arts and fitness has always been a part of my life, but this is what I use to help people reach their goals, and also to really just help them have a better mindset and a perspective on how they look on life and things that they go through. I've had my facility for about this month. Actually, it will be our 8-year anniversary, and I've been in the industry for a lot longer. I've worked in there's one in Queens. I've worked in Bethpage. I've worked in Franklin Square, and eventually I opened up my own. So
Okay.
uh, with that said, it's been a blessing, and it's something that I have like literally vowed to literally do for the rest of my life, because at the end of the day, I truly like to help like people become better versions of themselves.
Wow. Okay. So obviously today we're talking about wellness, which is why as soon as we spoke about it with our team, you were the first name I threw out to talk about wellness. And you said something there about mindsets and perspectives. Now
Yes.
obviously we are in a time that I don't think anyone in America has ever lived through, in which everything kind of just seems like it's been turned on its head, right? And I know uh, it's easy to tell people go to the gym, work out, go run, all that stuff, go for a walk, but a big part of that is your mindset, your perspective. When I first met you and started doing karate 13 years ago, that was really one of the first things I learned from you and from the other instructors there. This is a mindset over throwing a punch, a kick, doing a push up, doing a sit up.
Mhm.
How, how do we keep a healthy mindset in this time?
So one of the things, it's all about perspective first. You have to know how to look at it the right way in order to get that mindset. So I had a really cool story that I used to tell, and that I'm better at, I guess, expressing myself through stories because everyone understands a little better. So there was this king that decided to test his subjects. And what he did one day was he rolled a big boulder. He had some of his associates roll a big boulder on the main road. And he hid behind a bush to see how his subjects would react. So as he's hiding there, the first set of people that came was his nobles. These are the ones that, were closest to him and they got paid the most, whatever, whatnot. They came, they saw the boulder, automatically they started complaining and whining, and they walked around and they left. A plain old peasant comes by, looks at the boulder, puts his cart down. He had little vegetables, whatever, whatnot, some food, and he pushes the boulder out of the way, and he goes to pick up back his cart. So as he picks up his cart, he's leaning and he sees where the boulder was, that there's a little pouch, a little bag. So he walks over, and in the bag was a note first. So he saw a note, and the note said, "What others see as obstacles, some see as opportunities." And in the bag was gold coins. So he was happy for the rest of his life. He didn't have to worry about it financially. This is why it's so important, Kev, because it's how you look at it. Everyone else
Okay.
is looking at it through fear. Everyone's looking at it as like, oh my God, oh my God. There is a different way to look at it. In a way, for me, yes, I'm home. I'm still connected to my members very closely. You don't need physical contact to be connected to someone. You just need to hear their voice.
Hmm.
So we constantly talk to each other. We constantly, like the staff, I'm talking to at least 2, maybe 3 times a day through text,
Wow.
through voice.
Okay.
I am constantly talking to them because for me as a leader, they need my support and they need my leadership. So if I start to like feel that fear and I start to panic, guess what's going to happen to them? And
Hmm.
then guess what's going to happen to the members? So
Hmm.
you have to be strong no matter what, because people below you are going to look at that, and if they see you start to panic, guess what's going to happen? It trickles down.
Hmm.
And fear is something that spreads really quickly,
Yes, it
right?
does.
So you have to be very, very careful of that. So the mindset is you got to look at how this is as an opportunity. For me, I can tell you from my experience, I get to spend time with my family every single day. Like it's a blessing because you know how my hours are. Like
Yeah.
sometimes I come home late. I'm there 7 days a week. I'm there early in the morning. I'm there late at night. So I don't get a chance to really, really focus on my family. For the last, what is it, month? I don't even know. It's like sometimes I don't even wake up. I don't even know what day it is, but it's like I get to be home with the family.
Yep.
Um, I still connect to my members, which is my second family,
Hmm.
because they let me tell you how amazing they are in addition to the staff. Like the staff right now, they're doing things that I'm not telling them to do. I've been blessed to have a staff that has the same vision that I have, that truly want to help people no matter what. And
Wow.
this is when I see their true colors and I really get to see what they're really made of. And right, as of now, like I haven't been disappointed at all because they're doing what they have to do because they love it.
Wow.
And members see that. And let me tell you how amazing that is. I'd say about a third or close to a quarter of the members literally said on my Facebook page, you can even check, they were like, listen, we understand what's going on. Keep running my tuition the full amount.
Wow.
We're going to
That's
go through this
amazing.
together. At least 33 to 34 families said that.
Hmm. Wow. That's
Now, as a
amazing.
gym, that is, as a gym owner, like it shows also that I'm doing the right thing.
Hmm.
Like, like when it comes to taking care of the members there, and you've been there before, they're not just members, they're family. And
Yeah.
they're family because of the way I reach out to them, the way I contact them, and the frequency of it. So
Hmm.
like when you talk to family, you're constantly talking to family, at
Hmm.
least the ones you like anyways. But the thing is, like, you have not to just reach out whenever you need something, or you reach out whenever you can. Hey, how's it going?
Hmm.
How are you doing? How's everything going? How's the family? How's this? That's how we normally talk to these members. That's why they were able to say, hey, we're all in this together. Keep my tuition running.
Okay. No,
Now,
that's
that's that's
and that's awesome, man. I mean, um, as you speak, there are so many similarities I hear from you that I hear with my dad as the pastor of the church. And there's so many similarities. We can't physically meet, but we have to find ways to stay connected in this time
absolutely.
because it's so important for your mindset, for your perspective. But I want to take a second and shift a little.
Hmm.
Um, obviously, you have been doing martial arts and fitness, as you said, for 21 years.
Yeah.
Um, how important is it right now, as everyone is home with the exception of the essential workers?
Hmm.
How important is it to stay physically active and not just sit down behind your computer or in front of your TV?
It is. So put it this way, what happens is like just even chemically, like hormonally and stuff like that. When you don't do anything, let's say you were doing something for a bit and then you stop doing it, your body's out of whack because now your
Mm,
body's used to doing certain things. And when you come to like a dead stop, like it throws your body out of whack. What that means also is your mood is going to be out of whack too. You go into something called like when you're on a high level, it's like an athlete level. You go through something called like an athlete's depression because you stop
mm,
completely. Let's say a lot of athletes get injured and they literally stop, and it's like they go into this really depressive state. For us, like normal people, like you still go through something like that where your moods are a little bit off. You feel sad more often. You feel a little bit more depressed. It seems like all the negative thoughts come in, and then what happens is it just starts like a flood after that, after you let one or two come in. It's very important to stay active and do something. Now, if you're not an active person, that's okay. Taking a little bit of walk, doing a couple things around the house, like something to move around. I don't want you guys to think about active as like, hey, I'm going to just run like 60 blocks down and then come back. Not everyone is like that.
Right.
Fitness and nutrition is like cars. So there's different models, different colors, different types, different engines. That's how nutrition and fitness is, because it's different for every single person. Like my fitness compared to your fitness, or my nutrition compared to, we're two different things. So what I want everyone to understand first is that being active doesn't mean like super active where you're running 6 miles on the treadmill, or like you're going for a walk. You're doing a couple things around the house. You're doing anything but sitting down. Put it that way.
Got it. Okay.
And
Now,
yeah, go ahead.
And you mentioned the other side of staying active, nutrition.
Yes.
I know for me, you can't see it, but in front of that Speed Racer picture, there is a whole set of cookies and some stuff hiding right there. So I just got to turn around and grab it. Luckily, I haven't done that yet.
Gotcha.
But how important is nutrition now, more so than in any other time when we're able just to go out freely and do what we want?
I honestly think it should be a priority. Like it should be routine, because think about it. If you sit down and you're not doing anything, not only do the negative thoughts pop in your head, but your mood starts to change. In order to kind of like get that out of your head and get into a really depressive state, you have to do something. I would say it's not even like it's a priority. Like you have to do it. There's no way around it, because it's not going, your mental state first and foremost is not going to get any better. You need what do they call it? The endorphins. So after you work out, you get the endorphins going, you feel great. That's why after even a tough workout, you feel so great, like you accomplished something.
Okay.
You take those out of your system, it's like you get really lethargic. You get very like mellow, and you don't feel the same way. And also like starting out, like I want you to understand, starting out, like you have to understand the difference between motivation and discipline. So motivation is when you feel compelled, like you want to do something. When you're motivated to do something, you want to do it. At this time and age, like with everything going right now, there's not going to be that much motivation. Discipline comes in right there. You have to do it no matter what. Think about it like this way. Not everyone, like when we were working, not everyone got up every single day for the time that they're going to work and be like, yeah, let's go to work. Got it. Like it's not going to happen every day, but you got to get your bills paid. You got to get the mortgage. You got to take care of the kids. That's your why behind it. So before you even get to that point, you have to understand what your why behind it is. Why do you want to work out? Why do you want to stay disciplined? Why do you want to build this habit? 9 out of 10 times, it has to do with confidence.
Okay.
That's the big thing. So what happens is, like, sometimes when you stop working out, you lose a lot of confidence in yourself. You don't believe in yourself as much because you're doing things, you're staying active, and you feel great. And like I said, when you stop, everything changes, including the confidence. But 9 out of 10 times when I have members come in, it's because of confidence. They don't feel great about themselves. They don't feel like where they should be. Figure out what your why is first. Like I said, it's about perspective. It's more mental first than physical. I'll put it that way. Figure out what your perspective is. What is your why behind it? If it's just a workout to keep yourself busy, you're going to get bored. If you take the time out, and you have a lot of time now, to dig a little bit deeper to figure out, okay, why am I going to do this? You're going to get a little bit further with it. You don't want to, I'll put it this way. It's like you don't want to do a quick fix. We have time now. We have time. So it's like putting a Band-Aid on a gushing wound. Like, take the time, dig deep down, figure out who you really are, and then start doing it the right way rather than patching it up and hoping for the best afterwards.
Okay.
God bless us with time.
Yeah.
We have that time now. There's no excuse. Sit down, figure out what really, like, what is your why behind this, and then do it. Now, when it comes to the nutrition part, this is where we're going to get into the nitty gritty. And I'm going to keep it very simple. Sugar is like, you got to get, sugar is the worst thing. If you cut sugar and salt, like a lot of sugar and salt, you can lose weight really quick.
Okay.
Now, everyone, once they hear the word diet, it's like, oh my God, I can't do it. Here's how simple and general it is. It's all about moderation.
Okay.
That's it. Do you remember Mike French?
Yes.
He come to school. He lost like a crazy amount of weight. He started teaching for a little bit. That's all he said. Let me tell you his secret. And he wasn't on any diet. The way he started out was he was like, oh my God, I'm going to have like, he wanted to have like 4 cheeseburgers. Then he dropped it down to 3. Then he dropped it down to 2. Then he dropped it down to 1. Then he stopped. And then he did that with everything else. The guy lost 188 pounds in 2 years.
Wow.
Like,
wow.
He lost literally a whole and the funny thing was, this kid was like 18 or 19 years old when he started.
Right.
So think about that.
Yeah.
He just literally saved his life. So when it comes to nutrition, I want people, when they hear the word, automatically they think they have to give up a whole bunch of different things and change this and change that. You don't have to change nothing. You just have to slowly subtract things that don't belong there in the first place. Like, it's okay to have a cookie every now and then. It's okay to have a little bit of sugar. It's okay to have something. But once you make it like a go-to, that's the problem. Now, another thing I can definitely say that a lot of people are not doing a lot of is water.
Okay.
Water flushes everything out. If you do not drink enough water, then all that stuff accumulates in your body. That's when it gets worse. So the biggest thing is the water. So normally what they say is like, if you, whatever your weight is, half of that in ounces per day.
Okay.
That's the rule of thumb. That's something you can at least start. Now, I hate water because I just, unless I'm like done working out, I really hate the taste of water because I just can't. So what I do is I have these little droplets that I put, like these little stevia droplets, just to give a little taste, and I'm already working up to a gallon a day.
Wow. Okay.
So it's, like I said, it starts small. But you have to set the goal to do that. Like, start with the water, I would say, the more important thing. Because even if you have a lot of sugar, you drink a lot of water, flushes it all out. It dilutes everything.
Okay.
The only thing with that is you're going to pee a lot. I'm not going to lie. Like, you might as well sit right next to the bathroom or stay in there for the day. You can have your video podcast from there. But you have to. It's so simple. And everyone thinks it's crazy. Right. Start with water first. If you have enough water throughout the course of the day, number one, your stomach is full. You're not going to eat as much.
Okay.
Even when you do eat, you're still not going to eat as much because, like, you have water in your stomach also. When you snack, get something quick to snack on. It's about also getting rid of all the crap in your house. Like, if you have like a lot of sugar, a lot of cookies, anything that's like a lot of sugar, especially, get rid of it. Replace it with something else. If you know you're a go-to person, especially at this time, take all the bad stuff out and put some good stuff in. And the good stuff doesn't always mean it doesn't like vegetables and stuff like that. There's so many alternatives. Like, if you, there's something called No Better Cookies, KNOW. Okay. They're like healthy cookies. There's so many different alternatives. You just have to, like, if we get a poll out and we ask people, like, if people can ask, like, give us an idea of like what like normally eat or what are some ideas, we can help them. Okay. Like, I can post some stuff on some healthy alternatives. Even chips, dude. Like, there's so many healthy alternatives to chips. It's not even funny. It's just that no one knows about it. Okay. So once you know, like, even going on Amazon, everyone and their mother knows Amazon. If you go healthy chips or if you go healthy snacks, if you pop it on, there's so many different stuff, but not everyone goes on based on what they know. And sometimes you don't know that much unless you're around a nutritionist or somebody that has like knowledge of all that stuff. You kind of like go based on what your knowledge is. And sometimes you have to be around people like that to kind of understand. Mike, one of my instructors, amazing nutritionist. He's more of like a sports nutritionist, but he's constantly doing stuff and he's constantly learning, constantly growing when it comes to nutrition because it's such a broad topic. Right. But simple. So 2 things out of nutrition that you can get today. Water. If you don't like the taste of water like me, you get the droplets. That helps out a little bit. And then healthy snacks. Go on Amazon, see what else they have. They have like really good healthy snacks, and they're really good too. Like I forgot the name of it, but I literally went through 2 boxes like that. It was insane. It was like these chips, but it's no grain, and it was like flavor too. It was like rosemary, basil type of. It was the flavors were amazing, but there's so many healthy alternatives. You just have to look for it.
Okay.
Take all that other stuff out of your house. You go to the healthy stuff, dude. It's within a matter of a month you will see and feel a major difference. That's how.
Wow.
That's how like I would say a priority it is, because within 1 month, if you stick to that, between the water and just the snacks, obviously there's a little bit of how you eat and how much you eat too. But if you start with that first, you'll see a difference.
Wow. Okay. And that as though, even though it's only 2 little things to change, it is a lot. So I do want to thank you for that, because I agree. A lot of people don't understand. They hear diet and they get a little scared. But it's a little simpler than we've been kind of led to believe. But with all that, I think it would be wrong of me not to ask, is there any way for those of us that want to be active, we have the mindset, we have the perspective, we just don't know what to do. We don't have access to a gym. We don't have weights at the house. It's too late to buy the home gym setup. What can we do at home? Or can you even show us a few moves that we can do?
Yeah, I can definitely show you. And just how like improving one thing, like let's say with the water it is for nutrition, you don't need weights. You don't need all these crazy things. You can do something simple to start out. So think about it as like a progression. So like when it came to the nutrition, if you can't do everything I want, pick one. Stick to, let's say, the water. Start with 1 of those bottles of water extra a day. Then you start with 2, then you 3, and then whatever it goes up to. Never think of like if you look too far ahead, it's gonna kind of like hold you back. If you take 1 step at a time, then you work it from there. The same thing with workouts at home. You need your own body weight. That's basically what it is. And I can definitely show you guys some stuff that we're gonna do. But I'm gonna show about maybe 3 or 4 different exercises. You can all you have to do is repeat them over and over for a little bit, and then make it part of your routine. And that comes back to that motivation. Forget about motivation. Like, this has to get done. This is a priority. This is your health. This is your body. This is like what God says is your temple. You only have one. You gotta take care of it. If you don't, then you're just hurting yourself, and that affects the mental too. They both go hand in hand. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put the camera a little bit here. I'm gonna show you guys some really cool stuff, or just basic stuff, where I can literally show a little bit more.
And I am going to disappear for a second to give you the full screen so you can go ahead and take it away.
You got it. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you guys some basic exercises that you guys can do at home, wherever you guys are, that'll help you get into shape, or start getting you into shape, or just get you into better shape. So the first one I want you guys to do is we're going to hold a push-up position. Now, we're not going to do full push-ups yet, because I want to start to modify it. If you guys can do push-ups, that's great. So what I want you guys to do is we're going to put our hands and feet on the floor, and what you're going to do is you're going to keep your knees off the floor. We're going to do it without the knees, and we're just going to hold it. Like I said, if you guys can do this regular push-ups, that's great. If not, it's all good. So what you're going to do is you're going to go all the way down to the floor, hands on feet on the floor, and then keep your body straight. And then you're going to hold that there for about, I'd say, 10 seconds. So everyone kind of like put it there, hold it there for 10 seconds. And then after that, you can rest your arms a little bit. Ready? So everyone follow me. Hands and feet on the floor. We're going to hold it just for 10 seconds. Now keep your back straight. And we're going to hold it there. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. So that's starting out. That's level 1. Level 2 is where you start to go a little bit lower, where your muscles start to get used to it. So what I want you guys to do, you're going to go back into that push-up position, press those palms into the floor, and you're just going to go down a little bit. If you could go halfway, and then come back up. We're only going to do 5 of those. So 1, then come up. Whatever you can do, you can do. 2, then back up, then 3, back up, 4, and then back up, and 1 more, 5, back up. So this way your muscles get used to it. Once you guys are ready, you could do full-out push-ups where your chest goes all the way down to the mat, and then you pop it all the way back up. So that's for the upper body. So the next one I'm going to do is a little bit for the stomach. That's what everyone likes to work out. So we're going to do something called single leg V's. If you could do double leg, I'll show you that afterwards. What you're going to do is you're going to lie straight back, move so you guys can see. And what you're going to do is you're going to pop it all the way up, and both hands are going to reach up and touch one foot. Then you go back down, and you touch up the other foot. So you're going to reach 1, put it down, and then 2. So you pop that up and then come back down so your head touches the floor. That one you can do for about, I would say, 10 of those. You relax, and you do another 2 sets of that. That should definitely work the stomach really good. The most important thing is to get your back and your shoulders off the floor when you reach. So we did arms, we did stomach, do the legs. So legs, we'll go to the basics. We'll work some squats. So what you guys can do, your feet, what I want to do is put it in your shoulder length apart. And what you're going to do, hands all the way out. I'm going to show you from a different angle also. And you're going to, when you sit down, it's kind of like you're sitting down on a chair, and then you pop it back up. So you're going to do hands out, feet facing forward. You're going to go down, and then pop it back up. That, I would say probably 10. And then the last one you guys are going to do is one of my favorites. Everybody loves this. It's called burpees. We're going to do it without the push-up. So it's kind of like a squat thrust with a little bit of a hop. So you guys are going to go down so your knees are in front of you. Shoot your feet all the way out. Bring it in. Pop it up. Jump. I'm in my basement, so I don't want to jump too high. But I would do 5 of those. And when you guys get comfortable, you do the 5 with the push-up. But with all those, that's how simple it is. If you do a couple of those per day, make it a routine at a certain time, you guys will be better off. So I hope that helps you.